नमस्ते। हमेशा खुश रहो बिटिया। My name is JVN Manisha Singh, Assistant Professor in Department of Food and Biotechnology under Faculty of Agriculture and Veterinary Sciences in Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur. Today I am teaching you subject Food Safety and Quality Control for class DET FPT 6th semester. In today's session, we will discuss all about the chemical hazards and the physical hazards. So we already discussed about what is hazard. So hazard is nothing but a food safety hazard is basically a biological, chemical or physical agent or condition of food with the potential to cause harm or an adverse health effect to the time of consumption. So, how do you control the measures? So, any action or activity that can be used to prevent and eliminate or reduce the significant hazard is known as control measures. As you already know, hazards is of three types: physical, chemical, and biological. In this session, we will only discuss about the physical and chemical hazards. So, first is chemical hazard. Chemical contamination can happen at any stage in food production and processing. Chemicals can be helpful and are purposefully used with some foods, such as pesticides on fruits and vegetables. Chemicals are not hazardous if properly used or controlled. Potential risk to the consumers increase with chemicals are not controlled or the recommended treatment rates are exceeded. The presence of a chemical may not always represent a hazard. The amount of the chemical may determine whether it is a hazard or not. Some may require exposure over prolonged period to have a toxic effect. So regulatory limits are set for some of those contaminants. Natural hazards can be separated into the three categories. Number one is naturally occurring chemicals. Number two is intentionally added chemicals. And number three is unintentionally added chemicals. Okay, so first is naturally occurring chemicals, which includes the allergens. And these chemicals are derived from a variety of plants, animals, or microorganisms. In most cases, these naturally occurring chemicals are found prior to or during harvesting, although many natural occurring toxins are biological in origin and they are traditionally categorized as chemical hazard. For example, the following examples of foods containing naturally occurring chemical hazard. Source is certain fish species, for example, tuna. The spoilage of certain species of fish can result in production of toxic levels of histamine and related compounds. Source is nuts and seafood. Certain varieties of species produce an allergic reaction in sensitive people. The next source is the corn. Certain molds that grown on corn can create toxins, for example, aflatoxin. Then molluscan shellfish. Some of the microscopic organisms and plants upon which they feed can produce a toxin such as domoic acid that affect people but not the shellfish. Okay. So types of naturally occurring chemical hazards are the mycotoxins, scombrotoxin, ciguatoxin, and shellfish toxins, paralytic shellfish poisoning, and diarrheic shellfish poisoning, neurotoxic shellfish poisoning, and amnesic shellfish poisoning, or you can say domoic acid. Next is intentionally added chemicals. These chemicals are intentionally added to food at some point during the food's growth and distribution. Intentionally added chemicals are safe when used at established safe levels but can be dangerous when those levels are exceeded. So example is the following are the examples of food additives that may be chemical hazards if used improperly. For example, sources is FD and C, yellow number 5. It is a dye. Then it can produce an allergic type reaction in sensitive people. Next is the sodium nitrite, which is a preservative and can be toxic in higher concentrations. And vitamin A is a nutrient supplement and it is also toxic in higher concentration. Sulfiting agents is used as a preservatives and it can cause allergic type reactions in the sensitive people. Okay, so the intentionally added chemicals, food additives are the allowable limits under GMPs, preservatives, for example, nitrite and sulfiting agents, nutritional additives like lysine, and color additives. And unintentionally or incidentally added chemicals are the agricultural chemicals, for example, pesticides, fungicides, herbicides, fertilizers, antibiotics, and growth hormones. Next is the prohibited substances and toxic elements and compounds. Toxic elements and compounds includes the lead, mercury, arsenic, zinc, cyanide, etc. And secondary, direct and indirect contains the plant chemicals, for example, lubricants, cleaning compounds, sanitizers, paint, etc. In unintentionally or incidentally added chemicals are the chemicals can become a part of a food without being intentionally added, and these incidental chemicals might already be in a food ingredient when it is received. For example, certain seafood may contain small but legal residues of approved antibiotics, and the packaging materials that are in direct contact with the ingredients or the product can be a source of incidental chemicals such as the sanitizers or inks, and most incidental chemicals have no effect on the food safety and also include the accidental additions of prohibited substances such as poisons or the insecticides that may not be allowed at any level. Okay, so the following are the examples of incidental contaminants that may be called the chemical hazards. Sources is the agricultural chemicals, for example, the pesticides, herbicides, and it can be acutely toxic if present in the food at high levels and may cause health risks with long-term exposure. Next is the cleaning chemicals, that is, example is acids, caustics, and it can cause chemical burns if present in the food at high levels. Next is the maintenance chemicals, which includes the lubricants and paints, and the chemicals that are not approved for food use and may be toxic. Next type of hazard is a physical hazard, and physical hazards include any potentially harmful extraneous matter not normally found in food. When a consumer mistakenly eats the foreign material or object, it is likely to cause choking, injury, or other adverse health effects. So, physical hazards are the most commonly reported consumer complaints because the injury occurs immediately as soon after eating, and the source of the hazard is often easy to identify. Okay, so the following are the examples of materials that can be physical hazards. The material is glass, and why it is a hazard? Because it cuts, bleeding, and may require surgery to find or remove. Next is the metal, and metal cuts, broken teeth, and may require surgery for that. Physical hazard is any harmful extraneous matter not normally found in food. Okay, is the physical hazard. So, from this session, questions may be asked like, what is chemical hazard? Explain the different types of chemical hazards with the example or with their sources and how they are hazards. And what is physical hazard? And explain it with examples. So, likewise, questions will be asked in your final exams. So prepare accordingly. Thank you so much for watching this session.